Hi. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to fix the lighting so I'm not like, yeah, I don't really like the, okay, that's fine, I guess. So I decided to drop Brian off at work so then I can take the car out and do whatever. So I basically so I was gonna go to Michael's and get a glass cutter so then I could take take glass bottles and cut the top off so I can make little cups, and I feel like that'd be cute. But they didn't have any. I already tried like a month ago at Walmart. They didn't have any there, and I don't want to have to pay like an insane amount to get it shipped to my house. So I was figuring like if I could go to like a store in person, it might be cheaper. And it like nobody sells it like in person. It's always like you gotta have it shipped to you. So it's a bummer, but yeah. And then I sat in the car for like an hour just scrolling on my phone, doing whatever. And then like I brought like a whole bunch of stuff with me. Like I'm using my tripod right now for my phone, upgrading from the laptop. I still have my laptop with me so then I can have my phone charged. And then I was also kind of planning on maybe going to Panera, but I don't think I'll have enough time for that because I sat in the car just like scrolling for like way too long. So I went to Moe's and got dinner there. So I'm just gonna be eating dinner and talking and stuff a little bit. I don't know if I like having the okay, last time I did one of these, I did it like sitting on the ground. Where I had like my phone propped on my laptop and had my laptop playing music, but when I did it like that, I couldn't really control when editing like what the audio sounded like as much. So I'm trying to figure out all that stuff still, even though it's almost been like a year. But I don't really like post frequently at all, so I don't know. Yeah, so my drink is the peach, Moe's peach one, and it's pretty good. I'm not really a fan of carbonated drinks personally, but I think that this peach one tastes really good, so it's okay. Like, it tastes good, but I don't really like carbonation that much. But if I were to have like a flat drink, then I feel like I would be like, this needs carbonation. Anyways, when I got there, I was like to Moe's, I was like trying to figure out what I wanted because I just knew that I was hungry and tonight was gonna, like, I could already tell tonight was gonna be one of those nights where I just like have leftovers or whatever. So I figured, well, I'm already out, I might as well get myself something to eat. And when I got there, I was like looking for like what they had, and I'm not like a huge fan of chicken. Like I'm like kind of scared of it because I don't know who I can trust with like cooking it and stuff, just with like I don't want to get sick. And so I forgot which one it was, if it was Moe's or Chipotle. One of them does like sofritas, and it's like I can get behind that because that's just like vegetarian whatever crap. It's like tofu or something like that. I forget what it is, but it tastes good. And it's still protein. So I was like, I'll just get some of that. And when I asked for it, they were like, what do you want? And so like, I repeat myself, I'm like, sofritas. And they're like, we don't have that here. So I was like, trying to think like, which store was it? Because I can't remember which one it was right now. Like, were they just out, or did they like straight up not have it? That's a Chipotle thing. And then so they like, she listed out like the meat options, and it was like ground beef and like a dark meat chicken and white meat chicken and stuff like that. So I just like panicked and I said white meat because that's the last one she like offered, like listed out of all of them. So I hope it's good because I've never had their chicken here. I always get, I usually go meatless, but I'm not even like vegetarian or anything, but I don't like beef at most places, just in general. And I don't like the, like chicken is like scary. But they put like so much salsa in this, and it came out to like $20. Like, that was so unnecessary. But I got white rice, black beans, the chicken, corn, regular cheese. I didn't get queso or guac or anything like that. And I got lettuce, regular salsa, which I thought they had corn salsa. I think I'm mixing up Moe's with Chipotle, because I don't know, whatever. And then I was like, it's missing something, so I got the Chipotle ranch, and hopefully it's good, because I don't know. I'm gonna like mix it up in here. I think the biggest thing is that I always got the like stackers or whatever it's called, where it's like a big flat like burrito type of thing with like the small corn tortilla on top, like, or whatever. I don't know. It's like, I forget what they call it there, but it's really good. And then I was like, yeah. I've always get bowls from Chipotle, I think, because Chipotle doesn't have the stackers thingy. I don't know what it's called, but they don't have that. I know it starts with an S, but then I stopped getting those things because they were like so big. Like, when I would get them, they were like as big as my face, and I could not finish it. I get like halfway through and then like get home and then try to reheat it, and it wasn't the same. It was like really gross. So I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna like get a bowl, and I started getting bowls, so then I can just like eat it with the chips, and then like whatever's left over I can still reheat, and it's still good, and it's not like there's tortilla in there and stuff. So yeah. And I was gonna go to my I can't say regular spot, because I think I've only been there once in like one video, but like I want it to be my regular spot. But then when I look up the address on Waze, because I don't know how to get there without like a map or whatever, like without GPS. So when I looked it up, there were like, it was like 4 or 5 different like locations. Like, it's just like a state park, and when I go there, it's like the first one that pops up isn't right, so then you have to go to like the 3rd one down, but then like 2 of them are campsites for like campers, like, you know, like Girl Scouts type of thing. And then it's like there's one like way far away, like 2 in like one town, 1 in another, 3 in another. It's like, I don't know which location to go to, and I don't feel like bouncing around just trying to figure this out. So I tried to find like parks near me, and this one is like a preservation park or something like that. Yeah, it's a conservation park. And I was like, okay, that sounds cute. And I looked up the photos, and it looks really cute. And I pull up, and this is literally the end of a cul-de-sac of a neighborhood, like hence the house here. And I don't want to go into the woods, because it's literally like a bunch of trees and then like a small opening with like a small path, and then next to it having one of those things where it's like park information, but there's like only 2 pieces of paper on that being like nothing about like this is what the trails look like, this how far deep it goes. It's literally just like, yeah. So I don't want to like go in there alone, because I feel like that's kind of scary, like being like only 19 and like walking around a park, like not even a park, this like walking into the forest alone. And I don't feel like getting injured or like killed or lost or anything like that. Plus, I can't walk in too far deep and like realize that, oh crap, I gotta rush back to get Brian from work, because he's off at 8, so I need to be there like right around that time. So, yeah. Cheers. I decided, like, I should have made so many other videos beforehand, but I just got lazy and never did. And I don't even know what my last updates were, but I think there was something about, like, how I wanted to get my ears pierced. I did make one video beforehand, but I don't think I'm going to post that one because so much changed between that video and this video to where it's, like, not even worth it to post it. Because then I have to, like, correct everything that I said in that one, in this one, and I don't even want to get into it. But, I did get my ears pierced. Hold on, can I, like, zoom in? No? Okay. So, I got my seconds and thirds done. This one is fake, but I did get my seconds and thirds on both sides, and they're pretty much healed. I got them done in, I think it was the end of end of August or beginning of September last year, something like that. And oh my gosh, I'm like so, like, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so they're basically healed now. The only issue is that I keep sleeping on them because I, like, sleep on my stomach and then have my head tilted against the, like at a 90-degree angle on the bed. So it's, like, this side that, like, constantly is, like, having trouble, like, healing. But I have been able to, like, remove them and interchange jewelry and stuff like that, no problem. I did have to take them out for one of my classes at the end of last semester. So it was, like, every other day I had to, like, remove my earrings for, like, 6-7 hours at a time. And so that was, like, kind of scary because it was, like, when that class started, it was, like, right when I was, like, on, like, when you look it up online, that's when you should be able to take it out. And I didn't know if it was, like, healed all the way or not. But I just, like, jammed the earrings back in every day after my classes and stuff. And I practiced, like, a couple times with, like, taking it out and then, like, going, like, 1 hour without putting it back in, and then 2 hours putting it back in and stuff like that, working my way up. So I think that really helped. So if you do need to take out your earrings for, like, a long period of time, you just got them pierced, like, a couple months ago, then that's what I did. So then I could, like, get used to the feeling of having them out, but then also, like, so they don't close up immediately on the first day that I get them out. Oh my god. Nasty bug. Get out of here. Oh my god. Anyways, I did not need a guest host. This is really bland. When I go to pick up Brian from work, I might steal a small handful of jalapenos. So then I can, like, add a little bit of a kick to this, because this is, like, so boring. When I got to the register, I panicked. I was like, can I have, like, does this come with chips and a drink? And they're like, it comes with chips. And then they added on the drink on there because I asked if it came with the drink. So I was like, fine, I'll get the drink, like, whatever. I'll just, like, add it on. And this small thing is so expensive. Like, I could just go into work and, like, pulled up and, like, grabbed one of them for free. Because, like, these at work, I can get it for free because I work there and stuff. But if I get, like, oh my gosh, it's so overpriced for just syrup and water. Like, chill. I've been trying to get my summer planned out for things I want to do. So I made a bucket list at the beginning of the summer. So I think it's like a string of like 30 plus things of just like ranging from small little insignificant things that I could do versus like things that are like big life-changing like wow stuff. And so I'm like this summer is about experiences, so I'm only going to be working like weekends, and then the rest of the week I have available to like do whatever I want and just have fun. And so I'm going to be going to like, okay, hold on, let me collect my thoughts. So this summer I have not a lot planned, but a lot of stuff that I ideally want to get done. So I've been talking to Ivy about getting going to music festivals, possibly, depending on her work schedule. And like, I'm fine with taking off work whenever, but her work schedule is like a little more tight because her thing is like more specialized and isn't as like somebody else can cover for you type of thing. So I'm gonna be most likely taking off work for at least one day in a couple weeks, like 4th of July weekend, to go to a music festival. And then in September there's another one I want to go to. That one's all the way in Maryland, so it's gonna be like a little bit of a road trip, but that sounds really fun because there are a lot of artists that's listed that should be performing that are really they're really good artists. So I want to go to that one. I don't know if I would do the whole 3 days, but it does say that the tickets are sold out, so I don't know if I would even be able to go. Because like I saw the advertisements for it like so far back in advance, and I never said anything to anyone being like, do you want to come, other than to Caitlin, and she was like, no, I don't recognize any of the people. So I was like, whatever. And so we should have just reached out to more people like earlier so I could get tickets without having to buy from resellers, and they jack up the price and stuff. It's like, ugh. But that's like part of what's on my my bucket list for the summer, is going to a music festival either for 1 day or 3+ days. And I attributed points to the different things that you could do just for fun, because I figured like, why not make it a competition and nobody wants to do it with me. So I'm just like having fun alone for the most part. But one day I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna have like I'm gonna have more people to like hang out with and stuff. But yeah, back to next school year. Next semester, I'm gonna be only doing classes Monday, Wednesday. So I can still have Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So I'm only going to school for 2 days in a week. And realistically, I know I'm like, because I don't want to have to, if I'm commuting next year, I don't want to have to commute for like 4 days in a week back and forth for an hour each trip. Like 8 trips of an hour each. So like 8 hours of driving every week. That sounds awful. So instead I'm going to be doing, what is up? I'm going to be doing 4 hours instead of 8. Because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And that should really like, yeah. I'm saying yeah a whole lot. I hope like you can understand what I mean when I say and yeah. I should have asked for cilantro on this. I literally saw it, made eye contact with the cilantro, and said, nope, that's good. Yeah, this is so boring. I'm gonna turn the camera around on a little bit, like after I finish eating a bit more and talking a bit more, just so then you can see how much green is around here, because it is so pretty what I'm looking at, and you're looking at me in my boring car with that boring house in the background. What I'm looking at is a whole bunch of greenery surrounding me. It's crazy how like lush this like greenery is, and there's so many bugs. What time is it? Because I need to make sure I get out of here at like a reasonable time to pick him up at a good time. But I also know that like last time I checked the time, it was like I still had like a whole lot of time. Yeah, it's 7:14. So I can stay on here for another like 40 minutes. Because I'm not like, first of all, my storage should be cleared out. Like I should be good to go. And then also my, I'm not that far. I'm like in the same town, I think. No, I'm one town over. But same diff. I'm just gonna move these chips over here. Nah. The chicken's fine. It's not dry, but it's also not like juicy. And I prefer it to be dry, honestly, because then I don't have to worry about like, is that juice like uncooked chicken, or is that juice like just like juicy chicken? Hold up. I just remembered. I was gonna mention how I just got this really good book. I never read this fast. I'm already like 10 chapters in, and I've only picked up the book in two or three different reading sessions. And it's so good. Hold on. I should have grabbed napkins. Oh. This is the book. I really love memoirs, so I looked up on TikTok memoirs to read, and this was one of the ones that popped up that didn't sound boring. And usually I'm like, memoirs usually don't sound boring, but this one is very much like, if you've read The Glass Castle in your like school or whatever, for like school, this is very much like similar. Strict but also like neglectful parents that are like really, yeah, it's really good. I like the writing. It's not boring. I'm like, where is it? That's my bookmark. I'm like this far in. This I haven't read yet, but yeah, it's really good. I suggest reading it if you haven't yet. There are other things I want to say about it, but I also haven't finished it yet. So if you have read it, and because I'm probably not going to finish it by the time I upload this video, but if you have read it and you think it's good, please don't spoil for me, because I'm like every page I'm like, that happened? What? You know? That was just chicken and chip. Nothing else in that bite. Oh my gosh. This is reminding me of how I had some of the most annoying partners in my classes last semester. I'm so grateful to be done with last semester. I'm a junior this year. Yeah. Got 2 more years left and then I'm done. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, this is like, oh yeah. Let me know if when I'm making these videos where I'm eating and talking, if you want me to like skip out the chewing eating parts or like speed it up so it's like really fast so you're not actually like sitting through me, like, you know, or if you think it's like, if you like having it so then I can like sitting through and just being authentic, no cuts, unless it's something where like I say something out of pocket and I cut it out. But I don't really know what style to edit my stuff yet because I'm still relatively new at this, but I did have like a class project where I had to like edit my school like assignment or whatever. Like we made a video and I was giving people tips on how to how to talk to the camera without being all awkward, because everyone was like so robotic and they're like just reading off the script that we wrote and they'd be like, this is what it is, blah 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 blah, and it's like, no, you talk to the camera like you're talking to a friend, and when you're being more professional then like this is how you talk to the camera without being like awkward and weird about it. And none of them took my advice, of course, except for like one of them, and it turned out to be like very mediocre. And then when it came to editing, and I did it in like 15 minutes, editing it really quick, and then somebody in my group had the gall to say when we were like watching them over in the class that like we were like supposed to be critiquing our like stuff, and she was like, editing could have been better. Elaborate. How could the editing have been better? I did amazing on that editing. You would not have done better on that, let me tell you. But whatever. Some dude just pulled up to his house, taking in the groceries and stuff. We made eye contact. You know what's pissing me off recently? When I'm scrolling on TikTok and stuff, and somebody posts something where it's like someone really young, or not even someone really young, somebody posting something that's like not safe for the internet to have out there, like talking about like their hometown, or like talking about stuff like their deep dark inside thoughts and stuff like that. And it's like giving away what school they go to, and it's like, this is basic information that we're told like, don't give this information out to the internet, like that's not safe. And people will see it like, oh, it's just a trend. Like there's one where it's like, I have the smallest hometown, and then you're like supposed to put in your like the town name and then like state, and then it's like however many posts, like, oh, if yours is like 0, then you won the trend. And it's like, no, you're giving away where you live, and random people on the internet can see that. I would never say out loud on the internet my hometown, where I live. The most I will ever say is like Massachusetts, because like that's such a broad like area, and even then I feel like that would be too specific for like children to be posting about like what state they live in. And it's like, I get into arguments with people being like, no, this is like basic internet safety stuff, like you don't put that information out there. And they'll be like, and it's like, no, you're a child, you need to be off the internet first of all, but sure, you're on it because your parents don't care, so you're on the internet, learn basic internet safety. Like, I don't get why they don't teach it in schools like they did for me. And if children are getting the internet access earlier and earlier, they should be educating how to like they should be doing internet safety education earlier and earlier, Like, for me, they did one where, like, I still remember how they did, like, a thing about how a girl put, like, she was just, like, playing video games or whatever with somebody who she made friends with online, and then they did, like, a video call or something, and she was wearing her school's sweater with their, like, logo on it, and it was barely showing, but then the person on the other end was able to figure out what school she goes to, and she got killed. It's like, this stuff isn't funny, it's serious. Oh, now I'm forgetting to breathe. It just, like, saddens me how children are being, like, neglected and stuff. I'm gonna add some of the salsa in here so that it gets, like, a teeny bit of spice. This isn't even, like, a spicy salsa. It's literally, like, they call it medium, but it's pretty mild. Of, like, green tomatillo. But yeah, I'm, like, I don't know. This summer, I'm gonna try to have as much fun as possible. It's already been a month in, and I've done quite a bit. I already checked off quite a few things off my checklist of, like, summer stuff to do. I'm excited to do more. Like, look at how massive that piece of chicken is. That's like one mouthful for me. Hold on, I got it. There we go. Had to pop my elbow. Okay, with the salsa, it's pretty good. Last night, I tried to do some henna because that's one of the things, doing a henna tattoo. And I don't think you can see it very well, but hold on. It's like every time I turn my arm, it twists. But it's supposed to be a sun. Hold on, how am I supposed to get it so then you can see it? I don't know. It's supposed to be a sun, and it's like really cute, but I don't think it's darkening. So like I went over it again this morning at like noon and left it on until like 3. And I know it's supposed to be like, you're supposed to keep it like, so yesterday I kept it on for 4 or 5 hours, and then it didn't really do anything. So I put it on again and kept that on for like, I think it was like 3 hours. So that's like 7 hours total of being on here. And it's like not very dark at all. Like you can't notice it. I don't know if it's because like maybe the henna's expired, because I kept it in the freezer, but it's been like over a year, 2 years maybe, of like since I purchased it. So I don't know. I also tried to do a turtle on like my hip, and then a firefly on my thigh, and then some other small things like a flower on my knee. None of them turned out well, just because like moving a lot, like, you know, of course for the knee you're like walking and it's just gonna fall off. But yeah, this car is a mess. You don't want to see it in here. There's like crap all on the floor underneath the camera, and then like back here there's like fries and McDonald's spilt and stuff. I'm waiting for the day that Brian and I can go out and get this car cleaned together, and I make sure that he actually gets it done. I keep thinking I'm hearing stuff. Oh well. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think there's a bug back here. Hearing like some buzzing sounds behind me. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, can't really think of anything else to say. Oh yeah, do you want to see the let's see if we can. Wait, was it like this? Yeah, it was like this. Like, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here. Hi. Or wait, maybe you can you see that? That's the sun I was talking about. Bye. See you in the next one, if you care.